Dear friend, my name is Samuel Ayim of CTL Africa Leadership, and I would like to invite you to our free weekly webinar, The Leadership Platform. The Leadership Platform is your space for learning everything leadership and personal development. We have been holding the Leadership Platform for the last 3.5 years every week, and thousands of leaders from all walks of life have benefited from the rich lessons from experienced leaders. As the year goes on, we are going to bring you even more enriching content. We're going to have a session called Leaders Are Readers, where every month we will bring you a book that all participants will be encouraged to read. We will share the summary of those lessons for you to guide you. We will also bring you a session on meeting with a CEO, where we will bring an experienced CEO from any industry to share their story and their lessons as leaders. Again, we will bring you the extraordinary leadership stories, where we scout out for emerging entrepreneurs and leaders doing extraordinary things in different fields to inspire you to do better. And of course, we will bring you the normal topics in leadership and personal development that would enrich your leadership. So I hope you make a date with us, CTL Africa, every Saturday, 7 p.m. on the Leadership Platform, live on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. On our YouTube, you can also check some of the previous lessons for free. Make a date with us, CTL Africa, on the Leadership Platform, this and every Saturday at 7 p.m.
Hello. Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning for wherever you're joining us in the world. So today is another Saturday that CTL team brings you the leadership platform, and we are happy to see already Nanatele Latte, who says good evening in the comments box. So I will request you, if you're ready on the call, to put where you are joining us from. I am joining you from Geneva, Switzerland, and my name is Sarah Jessie Appiah. I'll be your host today for the leadership platform. Sam, who is normally our host, is joining us from Lome, and we'll see whether he will get on the call if he's able to due to internet connections. So Natalie, welcome. And we have Grace Aban Ampia, who says, good evening, everyone. And Godwin Atipo, who says, I am Godwin, joining from Ghana. And DK Yevuga says, good evening. And Michelle Bocha says, good evening. And Michelle call you Bocha, watching live from Tema. And Sally Budu Kumi says, good evening. And Grace Abanampierre again says she is joining from Ghana. Great. So keep on sharing with us. And also let us know, what are your intentions? What intentions are you setting for this evening's topic? This evening's topic is the good, the bad, and the ugly of AI, which I believe all of us are looking forward to, because this is a new area for the majority of us. And the person who is going to share with us today is Dr. David Boyson. He has been with us about a few times, I will say 2 or 3 times on the leadership platform. So he is well known to us. And I will have him join me so that we can introduce him together. You have his profile on the adverts that were shared, but let's hear from him how he wants himself to be introduced. So if you can have Dr. Boyson with me, Doc, it's great to see you again on the leadership platform. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Welcome. So, Doc, I can see your profile is really, really huge. You are a consultant in business processing. You are also you do business process remodeling, strategic planning, critical analytical approach. You are in IT. You do so many things. So today, what will be the introduction? How would you introduce yourself today to us?
Um, so, I'm in the maritime industry, so you could introduce me with in 3 areas: a senior lecturer,
Uh-huh.
a blue economy, and
Uh-huh.
AI implementation consultant.
Okay, great. So with all these specialization that Doc has, maritime, in academia, being a senior lecturer, he's going to give us some education in the area of AI and also being in the AI field as a consultant. So get your questions ready. Doc has a lot to share with us, and I want all of you to buckle your seat. As Doc is sharing with us, you are welcome to share in the comments area your questions, your comments, and also your contributions and what you are learning so that we can have this conversation, interaction with Doc. Doc is a lecturer, senior lecturer, so he's going to teach us. He is in the field of AI, and most of us are afraid of this new technology that is coming. It's new, so let's get our notes pad as well as our pens ready so Doc will be able to share with us. So Doc, over to you. I can ask. Would you want to share your slides, or would you want someone to help you share it? How would you want to proceed? Doc, I cannot hear you. I think you're on mute. Doc, can you hear me?
Can you see my
Now,
screen?
not yet. So just share your screen
Okay,
and take us away.
let me do.
So as you share your screen, getting ready, we have more people joining us. We have Amwaku Kwesi Asari joining us from Modena, Italy. We have Benjamin Amwaku joining us from the UK. We have Portia Amonu joining us from Tema. We have Ibrahim Sisi joining us from Cote d'Ivoire. So, Doc, now that you have your slide showing, take us away, and I'll welcome the other listeners as we go along during the Q&A. Over to you, Doc.
All right. So, thank you so much. I call Lawyer Yim senior brother. I think I've been here a couple of times, and I've been assigned this topic to treat leadership in transition, the good, bad, and ugly of AI, that is artificial intelligence. I want to begin with a quote, and the quote is very compelling and revealing. And this is my own quote. And I say that embracing AI is not just about technology. It is about securing our future. In this emerging AI economy, degrees alone won't sustain us. It's our willingness to adapt, learn, and align with AI that will define our success. Remember, the real disruption isn't AI itself, but the risks of being left behind in its wake. So, what is AI? AI stands for artificial intelligence, and basically it is simulating human intelligence into machines that are trained to act, think, and reason as human beings. The AI does three things. It's able to listen, it's able to read, and it's also able to do self-correction. So these are the three things. It leverages on machine learning and deep learning to achieve that. So see the AI as somebody who is untrained, who has not gone to school, but you keep training that person. You keep feeding the person with information. You train the person how to speak. And because it is a machine, it does that with some level of precision and some level of exactness. So that is what the AI is. Without feeding the AI and training it with big data, the AI is nothing. So when we talk about AI, let's not confuse ourselves seeing the thing as some human beings sitting somewhere and trying to take, some people say that they try to take their job from them. Now, the topic is AI, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I want to talk about the ugly and the bad. Bad here means that people are using AI to do so many evil things. They are using it to cheat. They are using it for fraud. They are using it for a lot of things that, goes against humanity. So I want us to know that the AI has been around for the past, if you like, 30 or 40 years. All right. And it's being used in other fields. It's this last 12 months that AI has been commercial. But to tell you, most of the automobile industry, most of the machines that they use, like even the cars that we use today, which is automatic and all that, there's some sort of intelligence that has been built in it. Some of your cars have the rear camera where when you're going reverse and you see an object, it's able to tell you that there's an object. That is all AI. And it's been invoked for so many years, but not on the scale that we can use it. And the reason why we are all afraid is that now it is commercial and anyone can use the AI. And that's where it becomes more frustrating. So people use the AI to do fraud, deep fake and voice spoofing. So AI programs like the Val-E and the Delhi can clone vocal patterns and create deep fake media. And I want to give you just a gist of it. This is Elon Musk. We all know him. Listen to what he says about AI.
Mark my words, AI is far more dangerous.
Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad. It's me, Ella. Well, a digital version of me, just a bit older. Amazing what technology can do these days, isn't it? All you need are a couple of pictures, like the ones you share on social media, where they can be taken and used by everybody. I know for you, these pictures are just memories. But for others,
so someone used the person who is speaking is actually not the lady. That is a digital version of that person. And that is what the level of fraud that people, as it were, they can get themselves into. And a number of things that, email phishing, people can just create some sophisticated emails and then will send some emails to you. I think they've been doing this with even WhatsApp and there's mobile money. But AI can do that. They can create multiple emails with different email addresses and then send some sort of spams and all that, or scam you. And there's also this synthetic identity fraud that can be also done using the AI. And it, in most cases, a form of what? Financial fraud, and mostly in the US, where you see you have a kind of challenge between who is real and who is not real. There's the mix between the fake personality and then the real one. And then document forgery fraud, that can also you can also use the AI to create that. And people can develop bank statements. It will look even nicer and more refined than the original bank statement. You might think that is it. So how do you authenticate or validate it? So these are all bad, the misuse of the AI. What people can do, with the AI. Please, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and
Okay.
clear. Yes.
Okay. So the AI in some jurisdiction, it is believed that it does some sort of discrimination and there's some sort of biasness in dealing with people. And in most cases, the black community that normally complains. And there are issues with insurance industry biasness, and we have evidence that a lawsuit in the US, there was a lawsuit against State Farms which they allege that the company's AI algorithm displayed bias against black policyholders. And there's also biasness that has been witnessed with HR, technologies with AI. ChatGTP has its own challenges, can be very erroneous. It can create fictitious data that can create problems for you. So then what it means is that when you generate content from ChatGTP, you need some form of what? Validation. It's also believed that in the labor market, which is true, that it is estimated, for instance, in the US, that about a quarter of the workforce, or 36 million people, could face high exposure to job displacement to the automation technologies that we are seeing now. So a lot of jobs are going to be lost. There is another economy that will be created that is called the AI economy. And this is where it is believed that that AI economy will be bigger than even the automobile industry. Now let's look at the good side of the AI. What I want to show to you is what AI is doing in health or in medicine. The AI is been trained in such a way that is able to read the cell structures, a human cell structure, in atomic details. And there are a lot of research that has been done with the AI that have advanced, health. Today, we are getting kidneys redesigned. We are getting our liver redesigned. We are also getting other part of our organs redesigned just because of the explosion of this AI and how medicine has advanced in terms of what? Research. I want you to listen to this. This guy is a scientist and he has said something that is mind-boggling. So I want us to listen to this.
I am turning 54 soon. And like most of us, if we just look at today's medicine, someone my age has much fewer days ahead than behind them. And these days ahead do not look very bright for someone in their 50s, and certainly for someone in their 60s, 70s, and 80s. And the longer I live and the more research that I see and the results that are coming out from not just my group of 20 scientists at Harvard, but around the world, including here in the UAE, tells us that this change in medicine is coming. It's really no longer an if, it's really a question of when. We were visiting G42 and the Emirati Genome Project folks today and yesterday. And what I know is that through the development of genomic technology, which the UAE is very advanced in, I would say probably the leading country in the world in genetics, but also advancements in artificial intelligence and the ability to read the structures of the cell in atomic detail, that these combined technologies will advance medicine so fast that none of us in this room can imagine what life will be like in the near future.
None of us can imagine how life can be in the near future. Just listen to this part.
I'm also here to tell you that there's been a really remarkable discovery made by one of my students, actually, Wan Cheng Lu. He's now 30 years old, and when he was about 27, he made what I think is one of the most remarkable discoveries of a lifetime. What he discovered, as I'll tell you today, is that there is a backup copy of youth in every cell in our bodies. What does this mean for us? It means that if you see somebody who's old and frail and sick, you should not think of them as old. You should look at them as though they have a corrupted software that needs to be reinstalled. And in my lab, we are learning now how to do that.
So we can reverse our age. We can reverse our age. This research is on. They are testing it with some animal like rabbits, apes, and it's going too well. And very soon, because of the advancement in artificial intelligence, we are getting there. Just imagine that your mother or your father who is around 70 years, there is a youth copy in the body that they can just pick it, replace it, and then whatever disease that that person is experiencing, it will be a thing of the past. And this is where we are advancing. Now, AI is used, to do so many things. I think The benefits are endless. There's enhanced business efficiency, customer support automation, decision-making assistance, error minimization, research and data analytics, customer experience, and all that. But more importantly, I want to show you what the Chinese or China, that country, has been able to do with artificial intelligence. Now, any machine that is able to do the work of a human being, that machine has some level of intelligence, human intelligence built in it. And I just want you to watch this video.
This is the world's largest automated container terminal, also hailed as the pioneer of intelligent unmanned ports worldwide. A colossal feat engineered by China with a staggering investment of $70 billion. Brace yourselves for the mind-boggling spectacle of the Shanghai Yangshan Deepwater Port, aptly nicknamed the Devil's Dock. Behold, it boasts not just 30 berths accommodating behemoth cargo ships, but also an annual throughput surpassing a staggering 47.3 million standard containers, outshining the combined throughput of all ports in the United States. But that's not all. The entire port operates on the cutting-edge prowess of 5G technology, enabling feats like unmanned navigation, path optimization, and automated obstacle avoidance. Every autonomous guiding vehicle prowling the port is equipped with high-capacity lithium batteries, ensuring a relentless 8-hour operation on a single charge. But here's the kicker. These intelligent beasts come with self-diagnostic capabilities and real-time battery monitoring, ensuring that cargo remains on the move without any hiccups or unforeseen bottlenecks. It's a mesmerizing sight. A meticulously choreographed performance where not a soul is in sight. The whole operation appears to be under the spell of...
I don't know whether you heard, they said not a soul is on site, not a human being on site.
Enchantment, an intricate symphony of containers being loaded, unloaded, and seamlessly transferred, all orchestrated by fully automated, intelligent machinery. It's like a marvel straight out of a futuristic blockbuster. From dusk till dawn, 365 days a year, the port operates with unwavering efficiency, resembling a relentless magical force at play. And the cherry on top? This powerhouse's operational prowess has secured its position as the world's top performer for a solid...
Okay, so that is it. And I can go on and tell you what AI is doing in the logistics industry, in HR. I can tell you in engineering, in works of and housing, even in law. There currently or recently, the United Kingdom, their judiciary system now passed a kind of directive that they should use ChatGPT in summarizing, their cases. So when you go to their judicial system, that is what is being done. And just want to draw your attention that this is the direction that we are all going. Now, what is the level of investment in AI? What is happening? Now, the global economic contribution of AI is approximately $15.7 trillion. And that is what is estimated its value by 2030. And with that global revenue from AI-related fields expected to reach 900 billion by 2026. 2026 is just 2 years from now. Now, sector-specific investment in 2020, the AI focus areas with the most investment were medical and healthcare, 6.1 billion. followed by data management, processing, and cloud. That is 5.9 billion. And then FinTech, which was also 5.5 billion. Growth in AI publication and patents. The number of publications on AI doubled from 162,444 in 2010 to 334,497 in 2021. You can have the idea what is happening. And more importantly, the global GDP, in terms of AI's impact, it will be contributing almost 1.2% additional GDP growth per year to the global GDP, which is around 13 trillion by 2030. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where we find ourselves. If you think that the price of getting yourself into this game is costly, I want to ask you that try not to get involved. And you can just imagine the bill for regret. Now, I want you to listen to this guy also. And I'm doing this then because I don't want to be talking too much. I just want to give you evidence so that you'll be able to inform yourself very well of this AI economy and the explosion that is yet to come. It is happening even now. Listen to this guy.
AI is learning how to drive cars, how to fly planes, how to diagnose diseases. And this is just going on and on, sector after sector. AI is beginning to achieve superhuman performance. What does it mean for Africa? AI will touch every industry, from finance to farming. We are on the start of the fourth industrial revolution. The starting gun has been fired, and I'll be very, very honest with you. Right now, Africa has not even lined up on the start line. We are sitting in the Lagos Yacht Club, drinking crude oil from champagne glasses, patting ourselves on the back at how clever we are. Meanwhile, South Korea has committed nearly $1 billion to its AI industry. China has said it is going to create an AI industry of $150 billion over the next 20 years. Where is the Pan-African billion-dollar investment in AI? Where are the thousands of young people who are training to be machine learning specialists, data scientists, AI specialists? The jobs that we love, those jobs will be swept away over the next 20 to 30 years because AI can do it faster, cheaper, better than you can. All those jobs will be lost in time, like tears in rain.
Like tears in rain, all those jobs will be lost. Now, let's listen to one scientist that I love watching. He says something very remarkable. And once that statement is made, I will stop the video. Now, the AI economy will be bigger than the automobile industry. Check how much the automobile industry is worth. And just imagine that the AI economy will be bigger than that.
So let's start with Professor Kaku. Professor Kaku, you've been a leading forecaster of technology for most of your career. What do you think about the digital revolution that we've seen so far? Where is it going, and how might it interact with other forms of technological revolution in science, such as biotechnology?
Well, in the coming years, computer chips will cost as little as a penny. That's cheaper than garbage, cheaper than scrap paper. So computer chips will be everywhere and nowhere, including our contact lenses. So when we put on our contact lenses and blink, we will go online. And who were the first people to buy internet contact lenses? College students taking final examinations. This means that my students will blink and they will not have to memorize all the things I've been talking about. This is going to revolutionize education because we cannot force students to memorize things that they can simply blink and get. And then if you feel sick, you will blink and see RoboDoc. RoboDoc is artificially intelligent, talks to you in plain English or Russian or whatever, speaks any language, accesses the entire internet for sound medical advice, almost for free. This is going to revolutionize the medical establishment. We'll still have doctors, but doctors will use RoboDoc as an aid. And if you're in a car accident in a foreign country, you don't speak the language, you'll talk to your wristwatch and talk to RoboLawyer. RoboLawyer understands the law in any country, in any language. In fact, I personally believe that artificial intelligence, the robotics industry, will eventually become bigger than the automobile industry of today.
So artificial intelligence will be bigger than the automobile industry. Now, so let's look at the governance and regulations of AI. Now, I can tell you as a matter of fact that other countries are investing in their own AI infrastructure because it's about training the AI with some sort of pattern for it to understand what to do. So we need to train the AI with our own data. So each country that is serious about this AI, explosion, would have to get an AI infrastructure. You heard that South Korea is building the same AI infrastructure to make sure that data, their big data, is properly put in and it is trained so that it can execute some tasks for them. China is looking at almost in excess of $150 billion. They are putting up infrastructure. I read somewhere that Microsoft is putting up almost $1 billion infrastructure of AI in Australia, just as part of, the expansion of their AI project. But what are we doing? So in governance, people are saying that, okay, the AI is a devil, the AI is this, and I've been able to tell you that the AI is not a human being. We train the AI, it's a model that is being trained to act, think, and simulate human intelligence and behaves like the human being. Now, in Europe, the EU legislation on AI, they are looking at enacting some rules focusing on issues like disinformation and deepfakes. Now, in the US, it is quite tricky. Now, there are news all over that they are coming out with some sort of legislation and all that. But the fact of the matter is that there's an executive order on AI development and use. Now, schools have started teaching students with the AI. Whilst here in Africa, we are leveraging on anti-AI against AI. Just imagine this research in medicine that the video we just listened, that somebody is rather doing something to make sure that research do not see daylight. So whilst other people are exploiting the benefit of AI, we are doing the reverse. Now, what you are seeing happening, the explosion will be more than 10 times. And like I said, when it happens, a lot of people are going to lose their jobs. Just imagine that all the things that you have learned in school, all the certificates you have, the job that you are doing, the desk that you sit on, the AI can do that work. The good news in here is this. The AI cannot instruct itself. So the AI should be seen not as a competitor, but as a companion. Because someone has to instruct the AI to work. And that is where, if you are strategic enough, you need to get into the game before things get out of hand. So there are a lot of regulations going on. Africa is not ready yet. So the leaders of today, the young leaders, would have to transition themselves into the AI age. So I want to welcome you to the AI economy. And in the AI economy, we do not allow, people to do the repetitive tax. You don't do that. It's a waste of time to always be typing letters when the AI can type. It's a waste of time to always draft minutes when the AI can draft minutes. Drafting minutes will not add anything to the productivity of the company. So all those tasks can be scheduled for the AI, and the AI will know at which point in time to respond to an email and all that, so that we will use the brain or the mind in creating something. In fact, the use of the AI makes you more creative. And as against people saying that the AI will make you lazy, it will rather make you creative. In the educational sector, there has been a lot of concern about students using the AI to solve questions and all that. But lecturers use the AI to create questions. But why are they scared if students are using the same AI to answer questions? The fact of the matter is that our curriculum should change. And I am in academia. Let's be truthful to ourselves. That after we've trained students for over 20 years, when they go to the industry, what happens? They are trained and retrained again. And most times what we teach is not what is reflected in the industry. So 20 years of wasting time. And most people will tell you on this platform that what they did in school is actually what is not happening in the industry. What they did is not happening in the industry. I can take myself as an example. But in other jurisdictions, there is that bridge between academia and industry. People leave the school, and right away from school, they have something to do. So we have to rewrite our educational or our curriculum. Because if we don't do that, Lord have mercy, the explosion will be such that we'll all be wiped away. There is a need for academics to sit and rethink. I teach my students how to use the AI. I teach them how to use ChatGTP. The questions I ask them, the answers are not that it is question and answer. It is more about creativity. It's more about critical thinking. There is no right or wrong answer. We need to, build a system where we stop giving students straightforward question. What is this? Write this mathematical formula, do this. The AI can do all. And we need to find a better way of assessing students, not in writing exams. In most countries, students do not write exams. But what they do is that they give them projects to do. At the end of the day, they're able to, go to the industry with something. There is a student I taught. The class were doing lean operations, and I decided to teach them something in visual, something used, I've forgotten, this visual something. And they were to create some process flow and all that. Now, after some years, when I met this lady, she's now doing her PhD. What she told me is that, Dr. Boyson, do you know Microsoft Visual. Do you know that the Microsoft Visual you taught me, which was actually not part of the curriculum, I introduced it, is what I'm using now. I mean, to develop processes. And in fact, we did ISO certification. That is what I use for the pictorial process. So actually, what the course outline that I used, if I had not integrated that, that would have been a problem. So academics would have to change the way they do their things. So what do we do next steps? I've been able to, tell you the good, bad, and then the ugly. But what should we do? The next steps. I want to tell you that the AI economy is in force. There is an economy called the AI economy. And we must develop AI skills. Because if I take the agro industry, for instance, the agro processing, I can tell you that these are the activities that will happen. For example, we have heard of digitization, 24-hour economy, where stimulus will be given to entrepreneurs and existing corporations to make sure they work day and night. Yeah, good policy. But when you look at the activities in the value chain of the agro processing, you would realize that we'll be increasing efficiency and productivity. There will be precision agriculture, quality control, predictive maintenance, data-driven decision making. But hey, the skill set that we will need for this type of jobs are AI driven. So you need AI and machine learning specialists. You need agriculture data analysts. You need precision agriculture technicians. You need robotics engineers. You need supply chain analysts, sustainability managers, educators and trainers within that industry. None of these things are taught in the school. None of these. And that is why we are all scared. So what do we do now? We need to ensure that we are all compliant. The basic skill or the skill set in AI, we all acquire one. I started doing something. Because we wanted to help, from where we are. So I started teaching some courses, masterclass on prompt engineering. I was just taking $40. I wanted to make it free, but realized that things that are free, people don't take it serious. Now, I have trained two groups. The third group will be on the 25th and the 26th of this month, I think next week. Guess what? These two groups that I've trained, what they are doing now with that tool, you cannot imagine. Whilst we're doing the first cohort, one guy who came, it's 2 days training. One guy who came to the training was a business development officer of a certain clinic. And he's been given a task to develop some business strategy or something, and has been just struggling with that for the past 3 months. He came on, told me that the second day that Dr. Boysen, I'm happy to announce to you that as we speak, I've been able to do my business strategy, which I was supposed to have done some 3 months ago. So if 3 months work has been done in just a day, what you have done is that you have saved time, you have saved cost, and you can use that time to do a lot of things. Because if time is money, then if you have more time, you have money. Currently, prompt engineers in Europe and US are being paid between $4,500 to $6,500 a month. Check, just Google and check. So from my end, my widow's mind, what I'm doing is that I anticipate that by the end of this year, I'll be able to train about 5,000 prompt engineers by the end of 2024. Why am I doing that? To create the awareness that those in industry could leverage on the skill set of prompt engineers to solve problems so that there will be efficiency, we can reduce cost, and make sure that we can also increase our GDP. The more you pay tax, the more there is revenue coming. I mean, it becomes better for all of us as a country. So that's what we are doing. Now, Africa needs to build its own AI infrastructure. We are not there yet. We are even not thinking about it. None of the countries have taken the pains that let's start. But it is the more we wait, the more we get ourselves into trouble. Because none of the countries have either competitive or comparative advantage. We all don't know how this AI is going to turn out in the future. But what we know, that we can use it as an aid to accomplish something massive. Ghana needs to build its AI infrastructure. Ghana needs to do that. Maybe NITA will do it. Maybe the Digital Center will do it. Now we have a cybersecurity commission or something. Somebody has to. We need to start like yesterday. Now there's this Africa Diaspora Central Bank who are part of, in fact, the ecosystem, countries from the diaspora that are coming up with a very, let me say, good news. The Lumi currency is, Lumi, means sun. It's a digital currency that is underwritten by 100 kilowatts of energy, and that is equivalent to 4 grains of gold. And that is also equivalent to 15.96 USD. It means 1 Lumi is equal to that. Now, the African Diaspora Bank will be taking the initiative to lead this AI revolution. His Excellency Professor Hill, who is the Vanuatu Trade Commissioner to Ghana, has partnered with the Africa Diaspora Central Bank. The man you see, His Majesty Rex, is the creator of the Lumi. The good news is that in 2024, there is going to be a very serious project of training over 5 million youth across Africa in machine learning, deep learning, and prompt engineering. Very soon you will see some of this project, news out there. When you see the training is going to be free because they are funding it. And I thought that I should let you know so that you can also seize the opportunity and become part. Those who will distinguish themselves and will be willing to start something on their own will actually be given some stimulus package. Because as part of the African Diaspora Central Bank, their strategy to help cooperation with some sort of economic stimulus, they will be given some credit at 0 rate of interest for the next 3 years. So imagine that you've been trained in machine learning and deep learning, and you come out with a product. You will be given the stimulus package to do that. And this is, I thought that I should let you know. So I started with a quote, and I'm going to end with a quote. Later in the questions, if you begin to ask your questions, then what I would do is I will just show you something that I have also done. Maybe you want to ask me, Dave, what have you done with the AI? I will show you something that is going to blow your mind. So I'm still reiterating this point, that embracing AI is not just about technology. It is about securing our future. In this emerging AI economy, degrees alone won't sustain it. It's our willingness to adapt, learn, and align with AI that will define our success. Remember, the real disruption isn't AI itself, but the risks of being left behind in its wake. Welcome to the AI economy. What a time to be alive. Never in the history of mankind that we have seen the level of explosion in technology as we are seeing now. This generation is blessed. Thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Doc. This has been insightful, and I believe we're going to have lots of questions coming up. I've seen lots of comments that are coming up. Somebody has already asked a question that is asking, is Microsoft Visio AI? That is the first question that is coming. You can note that down. And let me see whether there are other questions. That's the first question that I have. Nana Telelate says, very insightful. Let me see. I just lost her comment. When it moved up, says, very insightful. And thank you so much, Doctor. And William is asking, please enlighten us on this prompt engineers. That is question number 2 that has come up. And then Ferguson Williams says, how can I join your class? These are the first 3 questions that has come up. And let me see. Oh, okay. Blessing, there's something that this is not for us. Okay, so these are the first 3 questions, Doc. And my question, I'll give you the 4th question, is I am curious as to what you are doing for you to share with us. So you have 4 questions. We have about, yeah, so let's start with this.
All right, so let me attempt to share my screen. Let me see if I can do that. I think this will answer most of the questions. So what I've done over the past 10 years, I've been thinking of how I can automate research. And I've been working tirelessly about it, to the extent that the sections that are written, I've been able to develop a mathematical formula for it. So research, which is text, has now been put in a mathematical formula. Because I realize that most times when we interact with supervisors, they have their own perspective. About one supervisor, if you sit on a panel, someone is saying this is wrong, another person is saying it's right. So I asked myself that, can't we have a standardized way? So when I finished my PhD, in fact, I read over 200 articles in 3 months and made sure that I looked at, the structure. And I realized that some were not in line, others were in line. I went and read some books, went on YouTube also. And in all these, they tell you what the research is, but they are not able to teach you how to write. There's no framework. So you realize that a supervisor will write that, okay, the problem statement is not good. Go and change it. Change to what? Then you go and come and said, no, this one is also not good. So you realize that there is no harmonized or scientific way. So the same thing somebody says is wrong, another person says is right. And I give you an example. I was mentoring one PhD student, and I realized that the supervisor was just throwing the person off. So what I asked him to do is this. Let's have 2 weeks training. In fact, when we were done with the training, the guy had to sack the supervisor. The next supervisor who came saw what the guy rejected, and he said it was super. We are 2 separate professors. So I realized that there was a problem. So what I'm going to show to you is something I've been working on for quite some time. And I would want you to, can you see the screen?
Not yet. I guess it's going to come up. Yes, it's showing now. Yeah.
Now, so this is Scholar AI, okay? That is fully owned by Knowledge Web Center, and which has partnered with one guy in the US called Teddy. And we came out with this engineering. And of course, with our top and technical guy, AB, who has been phenomenal. In fact, in the terms of the code, I do the prompting and he does the coding. So I'm going to sign in and then show you something. Stella, you have to help me. Do you have anything you want to write about in terms of proposal? So what I'm going to do is to demonstrate to you that the AI can write a proposal for you. Is that possible? ChatGPT can write something for you, but it can't do what we are doing here. All right? Because what we are doing here is different. It's more structured. It's using top high index, papers to write rather than fictitious papers, right? The content is not coming from ChatGPT. The content is coming from high profile academic papers that is being used and the AI is trained to write. So Stella, give me something. What do you want to write about? Anything.
Okay, let's say we want to maybe restructure the health.
Okay, so I'm typing restructure what?
The health ministry, the administrative department of the health ministry.
Restructure administrative
department of the health ministry of health.
Department.
Yes.
Of ministry. This is a proposal of health.
Yeah.
Okay. It's in Ghana, right?
That's correct.
Okay, so I'm going to type Ghana here. And then from the onset, the system is teaching you that there are 3 types of research approach. Do you get it now? So you're not, even if you don't understand, you are choosing one, isn't it? It's going to teach you how it works. Okay, so let's say we want to do a qualitative work. Ladies like more qualitative work, isn't it? No, so I've signed up as what? A premium user. So I have the undergrad, master's, and PhD. Let's take the master's. Now watch this. I'm going to click generate topics. Now, when at the master's level, if you want to come out with your topic, madam, you know how difficult it is. You have to read about 20 papers or 25 papers, establish the literature gaps, see methodological gaps, contextual gaps, and all that. What this system has done is it has read the papers for you now. These are the papers. These are high index papers. It has just read it for you, right? And watch the papers. This is Elsevier. Elsevier owns Scopus, right?
Okay.
This is you have eProchem, also high index. You have Springer here. You have Francis and Taylor, all right, here. These are top journals. Okay, look at what it has generated for you. Now, these gaps that you need to establish and come up with a topic, this is what it has done for you. So it says addressing legal and regulatory barriers in restructuring of administrative department in the Ministry of Health. And it's telling you why this topic. It says that this guy highlights the challenge posed by legal barriers in the reorganization of government bodies, given the relevance of legal and regulatory obstacles in implementing restructuring initiative effectively. This topic will explore. Now, it's telling you that the topic was based on the findings from a study, and that is how you develop your topic. You don't need to do that anymore because the AI can do that for you, right? So I can select any of these topics. You have more. I can select this and then say that it should write the introduction for me. Stella, it can write up to the end of the proposal, but the good news is that you are learning how these things work, okay? This is the introduction. If not for anything, for each paragraph, you know what you are talking about. It said in recent years, there has been growing recognition of the need of administrative reorganization, decentralization and reorganization with government bodies. It's giving you the reference, current reference. This trend has been observed not only in Ghana, but also in countries like Indonesia. Look at the context and the structure of writing. And the AI has been trained to do that.
Okay.
Right?
Awesome.
And you can go on and on. I can go to problem statements. Okay? I'm only telling you what I've done with the AI. And I'm going to do more with this. So we are solving a problem. This is the problem statement. I'm going to objective and research. Remember, I selected qualitative study. Now, students who understand research, when they are doing qualitative, they know that you don't do hypothesis in qualitative. That's what the system is teaching you now. At least if you select quantitative, you see that there's some sort of hypothesis. Now I'm going to preliminary literature review. It's going to do that for me. Now, the other school of thought says the students are going to be lazy. Anyway, the students are not writing their project because they don't understand what is being taught. But this time you're understanding what is being taught, you are reading, and indeed when you finish with this, you see the structure and you can add your views to it. I'm going to empirical review. This is theoretical review. I'm going to empirical review. And I can tell you in the next 15 minutes, I mean, if not, I was not talking, by 10 minutes, I'll be done with the proposal. And I can read and then add my ideas to it. Okay? That is it. Methodology is being generated. Now watch, because I chose qualitative, when I come to the research design, it gives me only qualitative research design. Students will be learning how to do this scientifically. I'm going to choose case study. Then it gives you sampling technique that are based on the research approach. Purposive sampling. People use purposive sampling for quantitative study, which is wrong. Okay, but this helps you. You could have your population, maybe a certain number, because you are writing the proposal, you should know. And then you have primary data here. It gives you now the primary data, the interview, focus group. This is just amazing. Look at the re-engineering that has gone into this. So let's say the person is doing interviews. The interview, the methodology will write everything, give you justification. And I'm going to tell you, madam, when I'm done, I'll send this paper to you for you to read. This is the methodology, and I'll go to significance of the study.
Wow.
And once I'm done with the significance of the study, I go to generate the scope and limitation. This is how proposals are written. And this 10 years of, research, and with the help of, OpenAI, their API, we've been able to do this.
Wow. Wow. And how long, this proposal will be done in 10, 15 minutes, you say, right? Yeah, 10, 15 minutes.
So you have your references here. Now, when you go on the platform, we have implemented a new one where you select your own type of references. Okay. Madam, I'm done. This is the proposal. I'm done.
Okay, awesome.
That is it. I'm going to download.
The thing is that I could see.
And this is it.
Okay, you were saying quantitative, and then you say the samples and all that, which means you give it prompts. So how do we know the right prompts to give?
How do you know? So, I mean, okay, so let me tell you something. What you see on this platform, okay, what you're seeing now, the whole project, we have used close to about 260 pages of prompt to create what you're seeing.
Okay.
Okay. And that is why we are also training people as prompt engineers, because we want them to understand. Okay.
Awesome.
And more importantly, you have problem solver here. Madam, do you know something? You can use this tool to teach students from maybe class 1 to any level, because you can type your question here, you can type your category here. I don't know if you have any question. Do you have any question, madam? Any question? Any question?
So
In any area?
any area. So how fast can I learn writing proposals? Let's say.
How fast can I learn writing proposals? Okay. So I'm going to type the category. So this is about research, isn't it? Right?
Yes.
I'm going to select. Now you select what? The discipline. I don't have research, so I'll go other. And I select, this is where the deal is. Do you want it to deal with it in a simple way? Moderate. This is the complexity of the answer. Now, if I say simple way, watch something. I come to analysis. And again, the way we handle this is the same curriculum that the Western world is using, is what we have integrated on this platform. That once you know you are solving a problem. Now let's watch. It says introduction. Hi there. Let's work together to figure out how quickly we can learn how to write proposal. Then it gives you problem category. All right. And then it says problems, simplified problem. Description. How long will you take for you to learn how to write proposal? Now it said key component, learning, writing, proposals. Guided questions for understanding. What is proposal? What do you need to learn to write a proposal? How can you practice writing proposal? Step-by-step breakdown. Learn what a proposal is and what it's used for. You see what it's doing, madam? Study examples of proposal and see how they are structured. Then it goes up, it said tools and concepts. Now it said to write a good proposal, you need to understand the purpose. Now it's giving you the right. Then now it comes to the solution. And more importantly, it gives you the practical, the solution, how practical it is for industry and real life situation. That is what the Westerners, they do. And that is why when they move from school, that is why Mark Zuckerberg could use his project for Facebook, which today we are enjoying. So that is just to answer your question, madam. And let me go back to, you said Microsoft Visual, is it an AI? No, it is not. But Microsoft is coming up with something they call co-piloting, also an AI-enabled platform, and it will blow your mind. Now, prompt engineering, I have been, if you follow me on Facebook, I've been churning this adverts out. I could share the link with madam. You can enroll. The next training is coming on 25th and 26th of this month. And we are going to give you 20 free prompts to try. But more importantly, we're going to teach you how the prompt, the structure of the instructions, which tone you need to use, which mode you need to use. There's a mode called simulation. How is it used? And all that. And then how can I join? I'll send you the link to join. So if you have any questions.
Okay, I think I will ask Richmond and Kofi to put the link on our YouTube in the
Exactly.
comments.
So they should go there. They should go there
Exactly.
too.
So when they go there, they will find that. And also, I think the question that somebody asked is, let me see, 1 second, is, Doctor, do you need a science background to be an AI specialist?
You
That's
don't.
one question. You don't.
You don't.
Okay.
The most
Perfect.
the exciting thing is that if not for anything, for just prompt engineering, you don't need any background, any technical background.
Okay. And Doc, how many people for the next session? How many people? The maximum number of people?
So we don't take more than 100 for a
Okay.
section.
All
So
right.
when we get to that threshold, we cut it and we move it to, there's a quiet number that are coming in. I don't know it yet. So when you get a link, please just register, because when it's full, we might not admit, but what we are doing, we are running this every month.
Every month. Okay. So
Every
the
month.
next one,
So in February, there'll be another section. But the good thing is that when you know it early, let me say this. This is going to change everything of yours.
Yeah.
Honestly. Now,
Excellent.
Stella, I work the work that I'm supposed to do sometimes, even in 6 months, is being crushed in a day. Do you know what that means?
Yeah. It
What
means
it
you have
means?
more time. It means you have more time to be creative in bringing into being other ways of business. Okay. And one question that Rosie Head says, please, you mentioned there'll be a free training for about 5,000 African youth.
5 million.
5 million to 5
Yeah.
million of 3 important AI spheres. Please, how do we know if it kickstarts in order to?
Ami will send it out there. You can follow me on my social media handles. My YouTube channel, if you type Dr. David King Boyce and subscribe. And then Scholar Right AI is also a YouTube channel. Subscribe, because we're going to put those things there. And I think my Facebook is full, so I may have to delete some people so that I can admit other people. I'm also on LinkedIn. We'll be posting that there as well.
Awesome. And then Nana Boachi says, do you find Ghana building a knowledge-based economy where knowledge collaboration with expert systems can give way to AI? That is from Nana Abuaji.
We are doing quite well. If we want to benchmark ourselves with other African countries in the digital, like mobile money penetration in the digital space, Ghana is doing quite well. We just launched a cybersecurity directorate or something, which is good. The Ghana Digital Center is there. But what we are not seeing is a kind of a coordinated system. Okay. For instance, now that the AI is in vogue, is it NITA who is going to initiate that? Let's have a policy, a governance policy on AI, the use of AI. Let's build an infrastructure and start training the youth, on AI. You hardly say this. So we are all seated and we are watching to see what is going to happen. Maybe they are doing something we don't know. But the more we wait, the more difficult it becomes just to go into that space.
Right. So if I hear you right, we are what is missing is the ethical issues when it comes to AI as far as our country is concerned.
The ethical, yes, that is one, but we are not seeing any infrastructure that has been put in place. Like I told you, South Korea is investing $1 billion into AI infrastructure. China is doing 150 billion in the next, from now to 2030. So what are we doing? What is Africa doing? And that is why the African Diaspora Central Bank, their initiative is welcoming, because to have 5 million Africans, youth being trained across the globe. That is really going to give some sort of push to this whole agenda. Probably they might end up setting up an infrastructure for Africa. Maybe Ghana is going to host it, or any other country is going to host it. But what they want to do with the Lumi currency actually is to close the gap, to reduce poverty, and get a lot of people into the financial ecosystem, that financial inclusion kind of system. So that's what they are doing, and we pray that this project comes up as early as possible, so we can get some of our youth involved in such project. But be as it may, you don't sit also to wait for that project. And like I'm saying, if not for anything, you've heard that we are doing prompt engineering. What's most of the time we don't want to do is to invest in our personal development.
That's right.
That's what we don't do. This platform has been doing a lot of trainings, and sometimes, and let me tell you, it took me just $20 to sign up to ChatGTP.
That's right.
To explore it. It took me another $100 to attend a certain master class, which is not in Ghana.
Yeah.
But when I was done, the kind of things that I have done within this space, including this platform that we have created, it's just mind-blowing.
Okay. Doc, I'm going to push you a little bit. So share with us, you have invested 120. What is the time space for you to do the investment and the time that it took you for this master class?
No, because, okay, I am already into, IT stuff. I code, I do.
Yeah. Okay.
So I just went into the class. I just needed something. So when I saw it, I just exited. I didn't even finish the class. So I just exited. So this was what I was looking for. So this is it. Okay. Then I got it. But it cost me to do that. And let me tell the youth, anything you see technology online, be inquisitive. Sometimes they say $5. I have bought a lot of them that are not correct, but at least they taught me something.
Yeah.
So I'm daring, I get into it. Today, I saw ChatGTP now giving opportunity for people to share space. I just sign up my company, right? The staff should go there and then use it. We are paying $60 a month. That is a peanut compared to what we are doing with AI. Okay? So I'm investing in them. I'm making sure that they are up to speed with what is happening.
Awesome. Great. Another question, it says, also, Doc, you spoke about machine learning. Would you consider having a course to train us in that space as well?
Yes. So the first thing we want to do, at least the machine learning, all those that have done prompt engineering. So when we get to the fourth cohort, right? So now we have the second, we are going to the third. The fourth will be in February. Then we will do what we call advanced prompt engineering. That is going to lead us into machine learning. So, but if you have an IT background and you are that good, you don't need to go through that long process. You can join, and it's just exciting when you are learning some of these things. So deep learning, machine learning, we're going to take that, and then prompt engineers. And let me tell you, some people that we train are already selling prompts. The prompts are the instructions they are selling. I have over 1,000 prompts that I've created. Okay. I don't sell mine though, but these guys are selling it. So you have, if you go online, you see somebody says ChatGTP sucks, the AI sucks. So buy the prompts from us, because they've taken pains to. So when you buy, you just copy and paste. But what is very disturbing is that once you paste it and you don't get what you want, you don't know how to tweak it. In the prompt engineering, we are teaching you the structure of the prompt, that when you type this, it means this. When you do this, it means this. Maybe, Stella, if you like, I can demonstrate something to you in
Please
chat.
do. Yeah.
If you give me the permission, I will.
Yes, please do. Richmond, please give Doug the permission to do so.
Oh, I think I
And
should be able to, right?
yeah, okay, yeah. And I think this will answer the question for Queen Doe, who is asking whether ChatGTP is AI.
It is AI. ChatGTP is AI.
Okay.
That ChatGPT is AI. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And then Nana Tele says, please, is AI the same as robotic?
Okay, so robotics uses, intelligence, like they are robots, but it is the intelligence, the model that they've been trained on, that allows them to do the things that they do. All right, so robot is programmed with, AI to be able to work.
All right. So let's see.
I want to just
Demonstrate this to us. So
yes.
I'm going to ask our audience. Normally we finish at 1/2 past, but those who want to drop off at 1/2 past, you can do so. But those who would like to stay on, Doc, would you have 10 more minutes to stay on for us to
No,
complete?
just like so this is the ChatGTP, right?
Okay,
Those who know
yes.
what it is.
Yeah.
All right, so I want to give you an example. What do you want me to do? The lady who asked the question, what do you want me to do?
The
What do you want to
lady,
do with it? If
Queen
she can
Doc.
type. Yes?
Yeah, type in the comment box what you want Doc to do on ChatGTP.
Okay, so this is
Okay.
what I'm going to do. Please watch this. This is what I'm going to do. So I want you to act as a financial advisor. I have $100 to invest into a new business that I want to do. Are you able to help me generate some ideas on how to maximize the $100
to $1,000
to $1,000
in 30 days.
in 30 days in any viable business that you can suggest. So this is what I've typed. You see, I typed this just that. I'm typing it this way because I am a prompt engineer. You get it? And I know what I'm doing.
Yes.
All right. Now consider also giving some actionable business strategies to enter into this market. All right. So watch this. I'm going to click go. Are we watching?
Yes.
It is giving you the risks and considerations.
Mm-hmm.
So what has it done? It says that business ideas. It said resale business, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
giving you the niche.
Mm-hmm.
Handmade craft or jewelry,
Mm-hmm.
digital service,
Mm-hmm.
home-based food business,
Mm-hmm.
tutoring or online courses,
Uh-huh.
and then urban gardening and plant sales. Maybe you've
Mm-hmm.
not thought about that.
Yeah.
I can take this. I can say that expand on the
Urban
urban.
gardening and
What did I use? I used the word expand. And I
mm-hmm.
will teach you what expand means. You get it?
Mm-hmm.
And Evans, and I will say that further to this, generate the expected income and expenditure, knowing that the initial investment is $100 and expected to grow in 30 days to $1,000.
Okay. So the more
I'm
specific
typing
you
it
are,
because I am a prompt what engineer.
yeah.
Take note. So it is doing that. Financial projection. Watch.
Awesome.
It says sales price depending on the plant type. Small potted plant can be sold for $5 to what? $20.
Mm-hmm.
Production capacity with limited space. Let's assume you can manage to grow and sell 5 to 10 plants in 30 days.
50 to 100. Yeah.
50 to 100,
Mm-hmm.
30 days, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now it's telling you your projections and everything. Have you seen it?
Awesome. Great. This has been great. So we are 5 minutes over the time. And let me see, there have been lots of comments that are coming in. So, Doc, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. What I'll do is just to give our audience, those who want to drop off, that next week we'll be talking on building resilience and adaptability in changing environment as a leader. So with what Prof has taught us for AI, how can you build that resilience? And also, how can we adapt in this changing world of AI as a leader, right? And it's going to be delivered by Papa Akest. And also, for next week, we start our growth journey. This next cohort starts on Tuesday at 5 p.m. online. Okay, so Doc, what I would like you to do is for you to give your closing remarks and we will call it an evening. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So over to you, Doc. Give us your closing remark.
All right. So just want to thank you for the opportunity. It's always refreshing to be on this platform, and I'll encourage all those who came here to join this week. This leadership platform, I have learned a lot from there. But let me tell you, someone sent me a message. It says that the AI is demonic because it's going to take away our work. Incidentally, the person used WhatsApp to send. Then I told him that the WhatsApp you're using, the person who created it is not a Christian. So you are using a demonic tool to send a demonic message. Let's understand this. Let's understand this. The church I attend, I'm a church secretary. See, let's not read religion into this. This is technology. And it's only to make our lives better. It's only to help us, improve. It's all to help us, make more money. It's help us create a very enabling environment for us all to what exist and coexist. So let's just take advantage of this. If you've not taken any course in prompt engineering, I'm going to send my link. If you see it anywhere online, not just what I'm doing, you can join. Just that what we are doing it live. And after we create a group, and then now we give the group assignment. We just want them to make sure that people become aware and they can use these tools to help. So take advantage of it, and so that you will not pay the price of just being on the fence. What has happened, there's nothing we can do about it. No one can stop the explosion, not even prayer. It will happen, but make sure you'll be found also in the game. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Doc. I can see some three great questions in the comments. And Doc, what I will do is we will ask you to answer this, and we'll put it in the when we post, so that people can have the reply to these three important questions. One about plagiarism, and also let me see, one about how AI have how does Scholar Write AI have business writing tools? If no, AI tools has those. There's three questions that we'll put together, and we'll have you answer them.
Okay, so the first one was what? Let me answer the last one. Scholar Write AI, in terms of plagiarism, just want to draw your attention that the AI is not using the writing. The Scholar AI is not using content from ChatGPT. It's using content from Scholarly, and you see that ChatGPT cannot write with in-text reference and end-of-text reference, as you see.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And so in terms of plagiarism, if you run it through any plagiarism, like Turnitin and all that, you're going to get a very low similarity. More importantly, don't follow this anti-AI platforms.
Mm-hmm.
The AI has not even, got to perfection to do anti-AI. They are just taking money from institutions. And those who are against this, they are the one using the anti-AI. And when it is proven that I have looked at about 5 or 6 platforms. Look at Grammarly. Grammarly has been in existence. And then when you use Grammarly to edit your work and you put it in this some of this anti-AI, and it says, it is AI generated. What kind of nonsense is that? Why? Watch this. The AI itself, all right, doesn't have content. So let me give you an example. I use my write-up, put it in the AI, and I say, this is my writing style. And then I give the AI, I take text from what? Scholarly papers, and I give it to use my own writing style to write. And then some platform somewhere says that it is AI generated. But the writing style is my writing style. So it doesn't make sense. And what is happening in academia now, the publishable, the journals, they are now seeing the need to say that just indicate what the AI did for you for this paper. Just disclose it. And that is it. We accept it. We are not interested in going to anti-AI. Turnitin has been used as the platform to check for people's work, so that if you don't reference, you would have, issues of plagiarism. This platform hasn't plagiarized. If you watch there's a promo video, you realize that the similarity scores sometimes 10%, 15%, 20%, which you can manage it. So it doesn't do that. I think the last question was what? There was another question.
Yeah, I'm just going up to look for it. It says, does Scholar Write AI have business writing tools? If no, which AI tool has those?
So what we are doing is ScholarRight AI helps you. When you say business tools, I don't know, but we are coming out with another platform called the business case, where you can use it to write your strategic plan. You can use it to do everything business. All right. That will be launched somewhere in March. But interestingly, the ScholarRight AI, the problem solving tool, Stella, do you know how much is it? It's $5.
Wow.
It's $5 per month. Do you get it? The ScholarRight AI, you are doing 15 papers for degree at $20 per month. 15. When you are buying papers online, how much is it? It's just to tell you that we are not in to just make money. We just want to make sure that scientifically people write very well and they learn. So if you are here, just go to scholarrightai.com and then sign up. It will take you through the process. There's a free version, and then later just pay something and then learn how these things are done. And more importantly, for your kids at home, when they give them an assignment, this will help break down the questions for them so that they can learn even before they see what the solution is.
Okay, and because you said that, the last one, actually, somebody asked, at what age for the kids can you engage them in AI?
Oh, if the kids can even speak, then you can engage them. In other jurisdictions, they are using these toys that are used to teach students. They have embedded AI capabilities in it, and they engage the kids. So right from that level, they are being engaged. Okay, so there's no restrictions. There are AI devices that are used at kindergarten, right from class 1 and then class 2 till they start writing itself. And they are exposed to what? The machines, the computers.
Yeah.
And they give them thought-provoking, questions, like a scenario, a project, and they use the AI to set that questions, and then the students are on it, and then they use the prompt creativity to solve the problem. And the solutions are not the same, but the fact is that there's creativity.
Okay, great. Thank you, Doc. I think we've really squeezed a lot out of you. So thank you. And everybody, thank you for those who stayed on for this extra few minutes. So we'll call it an evening. And next week, the same time, we'll be on the leadership platform. Thank you so much. And as Mr. Ayim will always say, tomorrow is Sunday. Those of you who are Christians, don't forget to go to church and thank the Lord. Okay, see you next week, and bye-bye.
Bye.
Hi, dear friend. My name is Samuel Ayim, and I'm the CEO for the Center for Transformational Leadership. And I'm bringing to you the growth journey. We've set aside 15 weeks of growth to help you to be intentional about your growth. Where do you want to reach in your leadership? Which area of your life do you want to grow in? Growth doesn't just happen. It has to be intentional. So in these 15 weeks, we're going to have a special coaching sessions with you to be able to grow to where you want to grow. And to be able to grow yourself, you need to know yourself. A lot of us are not achieving the maximum we can achieve because we have not invested in our personal growth. We're going to help you in all and more within these 15 weeks. Every week we'll have a session with you. This program is limited to only 15 people. We're going to have 15 people for 15 weeks, and we're going to learn 15 great growth lessons on this journey. So make a date with us and see you on the growth journey.